for the leaders. So after 40 days out here doing a recon mission, they came back to bring the report to their leaders, which at this time was Moses and Aaron, and bring back a report to the congregation. So they came and they showed the fruit of the land. They showed the people these clusters, and I can imagine the people were rejoicing when they said, wow, the land of milk and honey. See, because you got to remember, these people was in slavery.
All right.
And now out of slavery, they find themselves in the wilderness. And now they're looking right in front of them, this promised land that we're trying to get to. Amen? Amen. Glory be to God. So the men, back up here, they showed the fruit of the land, the fruit, and said that it was a land of milk and honey. But nevertheless, they began to say that the people in the land are strong. They said that the cities are fortified and very large. Not only that, they said the descendants of Anak was there. Now these were, I think somebody reading their Bible. These were giants in the land. These were men with long necks. These were like 9 feet men. These are men that came from the Nephilim. These were the men that in the Genesis they said that the angels went around and slept with the women on earth and produced giants in the land. Then they gave a report. They said there was Amalekites in the land. They said there was Amalekites coming from the south. Y'all gotta forgive me, my office dry. In other words, they said that this promised land that we're doing a scout, that we're doing a recon in, that if we go in from the south, we're going to find that the Amalekites is in the south.
All right.
So we won't be able to come in from the south side of that particular land. So what we'll do, we'll come in from the mountaintop. But if we come in from the mountaintops, they had the Jebusites and the Hittites and the Amorites.
All right.
So we can't come in from the mountaintop and we can't come in from the south. But then what we'll do, we'll come in from the sea. But then when they get by the sea, they said, we can't come in from the sea because the Canaanites are there.
All right.
And all along, Canaanites are there all along the Jordan. So how will we get in? They began to come back with an evil report because they're saying we'll never be able to make it in. They began to get mad at God and wonder why would God tell them that they're giving them the promised land, but yet we can't get in. But hold on, New Light. I'll go here. Hold on. Give me that New Light faith. Hold on. There's always a faithful one in the crowd. Amen. Always going to be someone in the crowd that had faith. Amen. In the midst of all the doubt and unbelief, there was 2 that had some belief. Amen. One of them was Caleb. Caleb was not a sellout. Caleb was one that believed in God. Caleb said, oh, be quiet. Be quiet with all that negativity. You ever been surrounded around a bunch of negativity? Yeah. You want to start a business and you can't do that because you don't have no money. You can't do that because you too short, you too tall. You can't do this because this, that, the other. A whole bunch of negativity. Caleb said, be quiet. We can take the people. We can take the land. Amen. He said, let us go up at once and take possession of this land. Hold on. Here come the rest of the negative bunch. They came and said, well, of course, Caleb had his courage to stand. Can you imagine that? Having courage to stand and all that negativity. So here comes some more unbelief from the other spies that was out there doing this recon mission. They said this land devours its inhabitants. And the men that we saw was of great stature. They were giants. They talk about the Anak people again. They were giants. And they began to say, we are like grasshoppers in their eyes. And in their eyes, we're grasshoppers. Now the people never said that they were grasshoppers. They said in their own eyes that they were grasshoppers. So you could begin to give a false report of yourself and begin to exaggerate In other words, the men were strong, but it doesn't mean that you can't take them. And I imagine that they had, for them to say that they look strong, they must have was like maybe some weightlifting, because you can't tell a person's strong just by looking at them. Right. But their physical physique must have had the appearance that these were strong men. And these were men. You ever see them like walking? You ever see them? They appear that they may be weak, but they appear to be strong. So they begin to say, these are men of great stature, and we can't take them. We're like grasshoppers in their eyes. Faith and unbelief is not based on circumstances or environment, but from one that has a heart of God. I imagine that they didn't know that we New Testament saints, that we can do all things through Christ who strengthened us. Amen. That no weapon formed against us will prosper. And if God be for us, who can be against us? Though many miracles they had led Israel out of slavery, through the desolate wilderness, right to the edge of the promise, they refused to take the last step of faith. They stopped trusting God. They trusted God for some of their small things, but not the large ones. Don't stop trusting God. Amen. Remember what he has done. I preach this message with the intention that you will not stop trusting God. Now, why is the Lord saying this? Every message preached is always first for the one that's preaching it. Not to stop trusting God. Now, somebody in this room was wondering why a recon mission. Someone need to go out and do their own recon mission, that they too can make it into the promised land. Amen. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Amen. No man comes to the Father but by me. Throughout the volume of the book, you'll learn of him, Jesus. That one day, you'll make it into that promised land. Amen. And when you go about doing this recon mission, you're going to find that there's a place called heaven. All right. That we're trying to make it to on this side. Right. Like the song said, we need to treat everybody right. Amen. We need to stay on the battlefield. Amen. And we need to continue and always trust in God. Right. Now this place called heaven, you'll probably see it in the book called the New Jerusalem. Imani, let me tell you about it in case you want to go do a recon mission. This place is full with crystal waters. Waters that look like crystals. And it's coming down from the throne of God and the Lamb of God. This is where the river will be flowing from. And it'll come right through the middle of the city. And on both sides of this river, it's going to be the tree of life. All right. Yielding fruits. 12 fruits. Each and every one. On both sides of the river. And this city, you make it in there. They say the streets are going to be paved with gold. If you make it into this city. And there's going to be no need for no more. See how beautiful the sun is? There'll be no more need for the sun or the moon, because the presence of God will light up the place. We're trying to get to this promised land, a land flowing with milk and honey. Some of our loved ones already been made it there. We're trying to get there to this promised land. I'm going to read one scripture to you. We close. If you will, turn with me to Romans. Glory be to God. Hallelujah. Romans chapter 11, verse 22. Don't stop trusting.
Amen.
I know we're not hooting and hollering today. That's okay. But think about the message. Don't stop trusting. I know you'll trust them for them to give you $5. But when you trust them when you don't know how to pay your mortgage. When you trust them when all hell is breaking out in your house. Will you trust them when your wife done left you a note on the bed and said, I'm leaving? Would you trust them? No, Tamika didn't do that. Cut that out, you life. Cut that out. Will you trust them? Romans 11:22 says, behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of God, his kindness, in other words, on them which fell severity, but toward thee, goodness. Toward thee, goodness. If thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shall be cut off. The children of Israel had to go out 40 more years and wander because they stopped trusting God. These tribal men, I told you before, they represented the entire nation. So they never made it in to the promised land because they stopped trusting God. I don't know who this is here for today. But if you're on the verge of not trusting God, you need to go back to the book and read. Build up your faith that you may trust him. You're on the verge of making it in to the promised land. You're right on the edge. If you don't give up and don't give out, you will make it in to the promised land. Is anybody trying to get there? Anybody trying to get into the promised land? Well, you got to keep on continuing and trusting him, continue to have faith. Continue to do your recon mission to find out who is this Jesus. If someone may not be here today that might not know him. So they have to go and do a recon mission to search who is this Jesus that they're always talking about? Who is this man? Who is he? Always hear them talking about Jesus. But you must come to know for yourself. That you get to a point that you trust that even if wife, mother, sister, and brothers, and everyone else run out on you, you still have to trust them. In the midnight hour, in the midst of wife, family, kids, and all the noise going on in the house, there's times I have to cry out to him and him alone. Ah, I felt that. When I had to get down on my knees and cry out to him, Lord, help me. Because no one else seemed to be able to help me. Jesus will show up in the midnight hour and he'll rescue you. Glory be to God. Just gotta trust him. Don't give up on him, saints. A song I like to sing. We're done. Thank you for having me. There's a song. Yeah, glory. The Lord don't take long to do what he do. Listen to the message, get the tape, because a lot was said and sometimes you'll miss it. But the main thing, if you don't get nothing else, you need to continue and trust in him. Life will sometimes throw you a curveball to cause you to say, Lord, why me? I've been serving you, Lord. I've been coming to church. I've been paying my tithes, offering whatever. I've been doing all that I can. And it seems like all hell is continually breaking out of my life. Why me, Lord? Don't stop trusting him.